So, what leads to the solution we offer today? We started a few years ago with having this on the backside of our stores, and so we decided we need to change something. And the idea was of a project steered by or initiated by the German governmental Environmental Aid Association, that we need a project to bring together the branch and to develop a system what leads to less waste in the market. And the idea was to create a reusable system. The advantages are the same like the bottles shared before. And so we save a lot of waste and have a supply chain which is in general familiar with reusable systems, and so it is a good way to switch from single-use plastic trays to reusable plastic trays. So based on this project, we found at the beginning 30, then 15, at the end 8 companies who founded an organization to implement a reusable system for the horticulture sector. Now we are 33 members from 6 countries across Europe, and we have also 1 Belgium member. It is Floriac from the Plantify Partners Europe. And that are the first ones from Belgium, but we are also open for additional members, and we build up in a European supply chain structure for the horticulture market, a system that also works with growers, wholesalers, and also with the retail. In the meantime, the PPWR came up. I guess the most here in this round are familiar with it. That leads at the end in the horticulture market to a more or less 100% reusable target, because the most supply chains are more step supply chains, and one of these steps are usually in a company or in one country, and so at the end repacking is no option. So we had a European market, but at the end we have a 100% reusable target for the plant trays. So with this group of now 33 members, we developed until now 4 trays and found also a way to produce them, and had also the first millions in the market. They are fitting to the transport systems which are also existing in the market, so that is a easy way to implement. And we had also new models in development, so that at the end we think that we have 10 models in the market to cover the whole market need of all different pot sizes, and fit to the special needs of food retail and also of garden centers or the DIY sector. Production is started for the first models. It is a mold system, and we started at the beginning directly with RFID tags in. So the community decided to do this to be prepared for the future. We had some support from a GS1 related organization, the EECC in Germany. They helped us to argue for the community that it's sensible to focus on the RFID labels, and so have a long-lasting model on this. We decided to do it in mold, so that fitting to the durability of the products from 10 to 20 years, we have also labels that works along this time. We developed a system of labeling. So Each one has a number. It is a 3-digit number fitting to the auctions of the horticulture market. So in especially the Netherlands, we have a lot of horticulture auctions infrastructure, and there we need this number so that it works. But to be able to fulfill the needs of the supply chains from retail, wholesale, and also producers, we focused on the GS1 systems and combined this. So each product of our assortment has a gray, so that it's a number for reusable items, and 2D data matrix code, so that we are fitting to the logistic needs of the participants of the supply chain. On the other hand, we have confronted with the situation that we have a lot of retail partners, and it is a B2B systems, but if someone buys 10 plants, he's usually not willing to repack them at the cash desk. So that is necessary that we are also able to give it to a customer. So we aligned an international deposit fee on the one hand, and on the other hand, we focused on a G-tin extracted out of the gray, so that we have a fitting number system on the trays. Advantage from the RFID labels, which are programmed with this gray number, is that scanning, for example, is much more faster than with barcode scanning. So especially due to the high numbers, if you have a pallet, you have 600, 700 trays on a pallet. So that needs, if you do it with manual scanning, long time. With RFID scanning, it is fast and very stable in the results. We did this together, as mentioned at the beginning, with in the preparation phase with the EECC. So we did a lot of tests. We have transport systems out of metal. We have water with the plants. And so we had some challenges with RFID and also with barcode reading, but we found a good solution to bring this all together. So now we have these antennas in. We have efficiency in the supply chain. We could cover it with gates, so that the 600 trays on a pallet should be covered in a good mood. And we have, on the other hand, the opportunity to do it with hand scanners, so that it's also possible handling for logistic partners or for truck drivers, so that it's no big challenge to hand them over from one to the other. And with these standardized data, it is easy to bring them in the different systems, and we can interact between the different parties of the supply chain. So we have a lot of benefits in the supply chains, easy recording of the processes, booking of stocks from one to the others for the deposit systems. We can track and trace the whole processes and supply chains across Europe, and that leads at the end to a efficient handling process for all members of our supply chains. It works in the real world. The first 6 supply chains started the last 1.5 years. This year, additionally, 4 to 5 supply chains across Europe will start. Some things needs to be done, like training of people and preparing systems, but at the end, nothing what is really a big challenge. It needs only to be done, and then all these things are able to work in the European market. From the cost side, that is the last dimension, we are competitive in the market. So single tray is roughly 35 cents. We have an annual fee of 70 cents. So if you buy 2 single-use trays, it is the same price. And if you usually have 4, 5, or a few more rotations a year, then you are on the sunny side of the business case and earn at the end, if you have more than 4 turnarounds, a bit money on this. And that leads to some achievements like Ministerium from Germany, or German Umwelthilfe, or TASPO, or BGI, and the last we received was from the BAB, the German Baumarkt Association, and in the US we received a achievement for reusable from the Reusable Packaging Association for the RFID tax. So from this perspective, also successful, but more or less relevant is that we are good in the market. Welcome for discussion. We have some samples here at the counter from GS1, and also some informations, and you are very welcome to start the discussion so that we enlarge the presence on the Belgian market.